lot of that at that level. If you have a read on somebody, okay, we got to raise to 6 cents. We're gonna re-raise this to 30 cents. It's a 5 times raise, but it's for value. And the guy's short stacked. I basically want him to be pot committed pre-flop. I don't want it to be a case where I can make a mistake after the flop by making a smaller raise and then him hitting top pair and me end up, stacking off. Okay, we get min raised. I'm gonna call here. I can't, because we're getting excellent odds. Okay, I'm just gonna set this table aside a little bit, and I'm gonna call that. And there you go. He had ace 10. I mean, he's calling a 3-bet with a really weak hand. Okay, this guy, he wants to play a huge pot, and like we've put like hardly any money in here, so we're not playing a huge pot with top pair or weak kicker. So if he had a great hand, then you'll see some of the better players at this level doing that sort of thing. I'm gonna 3-bet this guy to 20 cents. You'll see them doing that, making really large overbets. I'm gonna call here with the Jack 10 suited, and this guy raised under the gun. I'm just gonna fold. Okay, you can pretty much play fit or fold after the flop with suited connectors against a lot of these players, because they're stacking off sometimes with ace king that's completely missed. Like they don't know how to they can't find the fold button, so there's no reason to get fancy. See, this is a situation where I love to raise, so I'm gonna raise it anyways. But I mean, you could, at this level with the 8-9 suited, you could totally just complete their, because a lot of players, they don't know how to use their position and punish you for completing. That being said, though, I'm not trying to get anybody developing any really bad habits, but I really just want to point out, like, this limit is super easy to beat. It's so soft. I'm going to over limp here with the ace 5 suited, just because you got a couple of limpers in. We can flop really well and hopefully win a big pot when we do, and we get away really cheap if somebody starts going ape shit and raising. So I'm not even going to bother stealing with this hand. That's a great stealing spot normally, but at this level, there's no point in being aggressive without a strong hand. We got a multi-way pot. I'm just going to check the middle pair with the ace 5. Multi-way pot, not very good position. I fully expect to get called 8 cents if I bet pot here, and I will have no idea where I am. So I will be turning my hand into a bluff, even though I probably have the best hand on the flop. Same goes for this hand. There are so many draws here. I am not going to bet this flop, even though it is very possible that my hand is good. I'm not betting that hand. Okay. Pocket 5s, I'm just going to raise it. Okay, now I'm going to bet the 4s. And I'm going to overbet it slightly. Well, double the pot, because I'm hoping that somebody will call me with something stupid. The reason that I'm just going to check this one down. Somebody will call me with something stupid some of the time, and a lot of times too, they're like, oh, that guy's bluffing. I'm just going to fold the king 9, fold that. I'm going to raise this up, the king. There you go. Like, look, somebody called. So, like, I don't know what they could be calling with. Unless they have pocket 3s or pocket queens, I have them. So I'm gonna bet pot. Okay, I get re-raise and another caller. This is a clear call for set money purposes. This guy probably has a really big hand. If I hit, I'll probably stack him. So 8 cents investment pre-flop to hopefully win a monster pot. And I miss, so I am just going to play fit or fold, and I'm going to check and fold. I'm going to over limp here with the ace deuce suited, same thing as the ace 5. Hope to hit something big and stack somebody. This guy doesn't bet the flop, but I don't care. There's weakness there, but people love to slow play aces at this level. You know, they take all kinds of weird lines that they shouldn't be taking, because when you have a hand, don't leave it up to somebody else to do the betting for you. You know, just come out firing. When your hand is good, just start betting. Like, what is this 8 cents supposed to do? You know, he probably has like pocket aces or something, and he slow plays it, and it's ridiculous. You know, people love to call, so you, when you have a big hand, should love to bet. It's really simple. And you know, because people love to call, you should be looking for spots where you can bet with value, and you can bet with impunity. You know, like where you're pretty sure that you want to get all your money in. Those are the best spots to be in at this level. You know, those are the spots that make you money. And like, you don't need to. I'm just gonna complete here with the king queen, and okay, I get re-raised. I'm getting like 4-1. I'm just gonna call, and if I hit an ace or a queen, I'm gonna try and get stacks in. And if I don't, you know, I might be dominated once in a while, but a lot of times, like, you know, if the guy has pocket nines or something like that, and the flop comes ace high, he won't give it up. You know, he's so you have implied odds to call in that spot. You know, like, okay, I'm just gonna set this table aside so we can see what happens. So I'm gonna raise. I'm gonna put him all in. And he calls, and he had pocket kings. Okay, so it's kind of a marginal call, but given the stack size, I mean, if that guy had ace jack, he would have stacked off on an ace high flop, and if he had pocket jacks, he probably would have stacked off on an ace high flop too. Okay, I'm not gonna bet this flop. I'm just gonna check it back. I'm not going to start building pots, you know, with an under pair, you know, on a 10-9x board, which hits a lot of people's range. People love playing those hands. Okay, I'm going for total value here. I'm gonna overbet 28 cents into a 19-cent pot, because I want to get the money in. When I have top pair, top kicker, I want to get the money in now. You know, I want to get. People love to speculate on the flop and turn. We'll call less on the river. So you want to build the pot as big as you can on the flop and the turn, because on the river, you know, they've missed their 6-outer or whatever they were looking for. Okay, we got top and bottom pair. Okay, in a 5-way pot. I'm gonna bet 20 cents. I'm looking to get called from any ace, possibly any 8, you know, or any straight draw. Pocket kings, I'm just gonna open it to 12 cents, 14 cents, why not? I like to make big bets with big hands and small bets with small hands. At this level, okay, if you're playing solid at this level, by the time anybody figures out what you're doing, you should already be graduated to the next level. So you really don't have to worry about people catching on. If they're not paying attention anyways, but if they are, you're going to be well rolled for the next level, you know, before anybody realizes what the hell you're doing. So, you know, screw optimal play. You know, play exploitively. You know, the people are fish, so bet big when you have a big hand and expect to get paid off a lot. I'm gonna go pot here. If another club shows up, you know, I'm pretty much done with the hand. I'm not gonna get, obviously, I mean, like, I'm not gonna get anybody to fold a medium flush or something like that. I got bottom pair here. I'm not gonna